What's up, everybody? This is Chicagoland Garbage Pick, and welcome to another episode. This one's going to be a little bit longer, so I hope you can stick it out and see everything that we found last week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. I believe that this is a house that I saw post on Facebook earlier, that they had bookshelves sitting outside. These bookshelves are in very rough shape and the style is not there, so I think that we're gonna leave those, and I doubt anybody comes picks them up. However, now that's got a lot of glue. Is that glue? Yeah, it's glue. That's kind of a shame because this is a Lego table. I don't, if you have not seen my videos where I get Lego tables before, they are very good sellers. Not sure if that goes to it, but let's grab this out, because this is Lego tables. Honestly, it would be worth it to try to clean this up with a rag or something, at least to where it's very sticky, it's very gross, but that could be still a good find if all three pieces sit on it. I'm not getting my hopes up, because even if they all do fit, which I don't exactly know how they work, there's still a chance that I can't get it good enough to be able to sell, because I can't sell it like that. I don't think anybody's gonna buy it, to be honest. Let's see. Go with this. Not really sure. We'll grab it though and see it home. Mirrors like this, where they're just kind of for hanging, if that makes sense, not over a bed or on a dresser, are very hit or miss. I can't figure out what people are looking for when it comes to these. This one actually is kind of nice. It almost has like a galvanized metal surround, so I might be able to call it, like a farmhouse style mirror. So I think I'll grab it, but will it sell? I have no idea. I feel like I grabbed some and I have 10, 15 people wanting that mirror, and then I grab one that looks similar enough to me, and I don't get any interest at all. So I don't know what's gonna be the case with this one, but I think this one's worth trying to find out. The fact that these are sitting on top of this trash can intrigues me. Not really sure. It's very light, whatever it is. That kind of just sounds like cans. Let's see, I'll drop this one. Not sure. However, if this is not cracked, these do all right. These black, and let's get it zip tied together, which is kind of interesting. Hold on, let's see. Looks like it might have gotten shipped. Something might have been shipped in this, which would explain, which would explain why it got thrown out, because why do they need it? But I think I'll grab this. It's a decent enough piece. I am curious if there really is anything in there. I don't know. Let's see if I can get the handle open a little bit. Yeah, that looks just like garbage. So we'll put these two back on top of the recycling bin, and hopefully they get recycled, but we'll take that bin. This dresser here is pretty nice from afar. Looks like it might be solid wood. No, it's that composite. But that's not that big of a deal. The veneer or whatever looks good. Let's see how the drawers all feel. This one sticks a little bit, but it does open and close. It's kind of interesting how, what's going on here? Why is that happening? I've never seen a dresser like that with two separate slides. Usually it's one right down the middle. This one is two down the side, which is fairly interesting. That one kind of opens a little oddly, but let's keep going on it. We do have some damage on the brace right there, which is kind of unfortunate. This brace is broken too. I'm not so sure about this one. This one seems like something I'm gonna pass on. Let me know in the comments what you would have done. I understand that this could be fixed. However, I don't know how effective it will be. And with these drawers kind of opening and closing slightly weird, like see this one doesn't close all the way. I don't know what kind of structural damage. I don't know if they dropped it, bringing it out here. So I'm gonna leave it, but let me know what you would have done. I really do like the way it looks though, so it is kind of unfortunate. Maybe this dresser will be a little bit better. Definitely is a project piece with all the writing on it, but if all the drawers work, I don't see why somebody wouldn't want to take on the project. Yeah, I think this is pretty decent. Yeah, drawers seem to be all right. Obviously got the writing on it, but that should be at least $25 for somebody to fix up. The top is veneer, the rest is this like bubbled textured wood. I don't know what exactly it's called. I don't know if it's coming up on camera. I've had these before, but it's like it's not flat. You can feel each little line on the top of it. Interesting piece. We'll throw that in the van for sure. These desks do not sell. These early 2000s desks kind of bring back some memories from when I was fairly young. Got your big monitor right there. You had your tower on that bottom shelf. But nonetheless, we'll throw this dresser in the van and move along. Let's see if this is in all right shape. It's got some paint on the bottom, but I mean, if you're putting this in your garage, I'm sure there's somebody out there that won't care all too much about the cosmetic condition as long as it's still usable, no cracks. Yeah, this one's a little dirty. Kind of smells a little bit like maybe they were smoking in their garage, but I mean, I could be wrong on that assumption. I'm gonna grab it, try to spray it down tomorrow morning and see how it comes out with all this stuff off of it. But I think it should be at least $8 or so at the very least. Got a few intriguing things in this pile. I was hoping, as I pulled up, I thought that these were gonna be a matching pair of bar stools. This wouldn't have been in good enough condition to take. But either way, it's not a set, and you're not going to be able to sell one bar stool. It's kind of interesting that they hung this mirror or picture frame with a cord. None of this stuff is in good condition at all. I might grab, I was going to say I might grab this speaker box, but this has definitely seen a lot better days. So unfortunately, all this stuff's just going to be too far gone for us to take. One of these. I think that's just a. I saw those. The picture on there kind of looked like maybe it was vintage or something, but I think it's just a brand that I'm not familiar with. So we'll move along. This would be the first one of these of the season, if in fact it's in good enough shape and all the pieces are here. The slide definitely is. The slide will definitely come in with us. However, I would like if all the pieces to connect this, you got the swing. I believe this would hang here, and you would hang the swing from that. And then this would sit here, which would connect the other side of the swing. I'm not exactly sure. These are definitely broken, which is unfortunate. I'm not really sure what these would go to. Maybe, because I feel like you should be able to. Obviously, it's not going to be safe enough to sell structurally if it's all not here. But it's kind of like, I feel like that should go there. This would connect these two. I just don't know where those go. Nonetheless, we're going to leave it. It's just not safe to expect somebody to put their kid in that. But the slide should be good on its own. So we'll grab that and at least save that from the trash. I saw this coming into the neighborhood and I wasn't sure what it was. I could tell that there was legs. I almost thought it was going to be a bunch of chairs, but it appears to be a jewelry box with a broken top. So that's going to be a no-go for us. It's in pretty rough shape. Anyway, people, if you want a jewelry box, you're probably somebody that wants it to be in pretty decent shape. There's a pan there. But other than that, I was just curious as to what this was, but unfortunately it's not for us. I'm not going to be interested in this end table or this mirror. However, I am interested, or I was interested in this farmhouse style entertainment center. But it looks like it's seen a lot better days with, I don't know, that's not even paint. I think that's wax. Yeah, that would have been a really good find. It's only 1/8 of 2020, so I mean it's just about 5 years old. But this is not in good shape at all. It would have been a really nice find with the sliding doors if we can get them to slide. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So we'll leave it. But that's unfortunate for sure. Not sure what we have here. We will find out. This looks like they got some new light fixtures in their home. Nothing for us there. This is what I mainly stopped for. Couldn't really tell because as I pulled up, all I saw was this, and I thought it was some kind of bookshelf, but it appears to be. Wow. Okay. Well, that is something. This is not what I expected at all. I think it's a weapon safe with some bullets in it. Obviously, I'm not really familiar with weapons, if I'm being completely honest. But did not expect to find this in the trash tonight. Not really sure what to do with these. I do want to take it. Obviously, I don't want anything bad to happen, so I gotta think about that. But what's in this bag? Oh, there's the lock. And then does that have the key in there? Yeah, it has a key. So we'll keep that bag. I'm not sure what's up with this. If this is just there for show or what. It's obviously been reworked. I mean, I don't even know if somebody's gonna want it because the drill, the key, the lock up top has been drilled out, but the bottom hasn't. Let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, this obviously now that I'm seeing there, this is that. So I assume maybe it was never put on or it was just taken off. But I think it's definitely worth grabbing. Let me know what you guys think of this. Was not expecting this tonight. I wonder how. It's not even that crazy heavy. We'll throw it in there. Let's see what's in these boxes. Kind of looks like it's been set out on purpose. I might grab these for my friend. This one actually looks like a decent non-stick pan. What's in this box? Nothing. Just empty. This would have been a decent table had it not had a broken leg. And is there anything in this box over here besides this old air filter? The Kraus kitchen faucet. This looks like an old kitchen faucet. I'll throw this in that box with the pans. Honestly, I'll just take the whole thing so it can be, I can recycle the box, and I'll bring those pans to work with me and give them to my friend who scraps metal. Should be a little bit decent. I grabbed a couple other small metal things earlier, that other pan. And so I got a little collection going for them now. In here we have another storage drawer. This is a common problem that I do find with these, is people put stuff on top of them and then they kind of get saggy and the top drawer doesn't close all the way. This one, I think I'll still grab it. It's a decent enough condition otherwise that I think that somebody will be able to overlook that, especially for, you know, these are kind of just a bonus sale. It's not anything that really makes a ton of money, but it's something to keep out of the trash and something that can be useful for somebody. That's why I like grabbing those. If I can't find something good in this huge pile, there's something wrong with me. But what is it going to be? Right off the bat, I did see this lamp. This chair actually is not bad. I'm not going to take it. I put in one of my last videos. I mean, this is nice, honestly. Like, it's pretty nice. I put one in my last video, a couple videos ago, asking if I should take chairs like this, and somebody brought up a good point that a lot of people, you know, older people like to sleep in these and then they pee in them. Obviously, you could say that about a lot of things, but I don't know. I think this is really nice. Let me know if you think I should have taken this one out of all the chairs. This looks nice to me, but this is what I was really looking for. After this will look nice in my house, I'll definitely grab this. My wife will like that. This lamp looks all right. It's got a cord. Doesn't have a cord. Maybe a scrap guy already came along and snipped it, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? So far we have this plant. These chairs aren't bad. I might take these. These are from IKEA. People like the IKEA stuff, even though it's kind of, this one, oh no, that one's fine. It's just the way the ground is. I'll definitely take these nasty cushions off, but the chairs seem to be all right. So we'll take the plant, the chairs. We have another plant over here. Let's check this out. This plant's like on top of their, is this a litter box? Looks like a litter box. So we're not gonna take that. Let's see these books. There's Elmo, Spanish. My son loves Elmo. He doesn't speak Spanish though. Great Wolf Kids. This is kind of cute. Adventure awaits there. Got a coat hook shaped like a deer, and then we have Into the Woods We Go. This might sell together. Somebody who would like this probably likes that, so maybe that's a good little lot. Let's walk around the front. Not sure exactly if we're gonna see anything without digging super hard. Timex clock. If it had the cord, I'd grab that. It's probably worth a few bucks on eBay. Well, look at that. Look at that. That is pretty cool. It's like I don't even know what you call that. Is it like a warmer? I don't know. Definitely has some electricity, like a pineapple. I don't know. We're grabbing that. Probably will never sell, but gotta try with something that cool. Let's see what this is. Take a cork. So that's from like a wedding. What's this? XCOM 2 for PlayStation 4. I'm sure there's some value there. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down and look a little bit harder, not making a mess or anything, but see if I can see anything, and I will be right back with you if I do find anything. All right, here's my little pile here. Plus those tools. I got this plant that I already showed you. Found some wood glue. Figure it can't be bad. Could always use that. That's kind of expensive. Found this Wagner heat gun. Not sure if it works. I don't see why it wouldn't in a situation like this. It probably was just in their garage. And I got these pants. They're 3T. My son's in 2T. These should wash up just fine. And he'll have 3 more pairs of pants. So a little nice haul plus those 4 chairs. So not bad. Check this little tiny table out. It's for the bathroom. It's definitely way too rusted to grab. Could have been nice if it wasn't so rusted, but I saw a scrap guy drive down the next road over, headed the other direction, so I wonder if he didn't see this. But nonetheless, we'll leave it for him if he hasn't come. That glass clip was literally filmed right down there. And right here we have pretty much like the same exact thing almost. This one's in a lot better shape, so we'll take this one. But that's kind of funny that this house and then, I don't know, 4 houses down on the other side of the street, thrown out pretty much is basically the same thing. Kind of interesting. I'm curious as to what this even is. If it's a desk, it's broken, as this looks like. That's kind of interesting. Looks like it might have been a vanity at one point. Doesn't even have the drawers. So, not gonna worry about it anyway, but probably was a vanity. Looks like it had a mirror at some point. But we're not gonna worry about it. It's broken and the drawers aren't even here. So, what are you gonna do with it? Check out these end tables here being looked at by the homeowner out of their window. These are kind of interesting because the insides are plastic. Crack there. But they're in pretty decent shape. Obviously, you'd prefer if the stickers weren't all over them. But I think that they'll be sellable in the condition that they're in. Yeah, I think it's worth it. So I was grabbing these, and as I was walking to my van with the first one, a homeowner came out and was trying to give me a mattress and a mattress pad, something that I'm not taking. Why I would ever want a used mattress, I don't know. Not for me. I don't think they would sell. To me, it's kind of gross. He's like telling me, oh, it's like brand new. Brand new. I wish I got out to film, but he was really pushing it towards me. And so I went in his garage and I looked at it, and this thing was not brand new. This thing was gross, but I guess he thought it was brand new. So nonetheless, we have these tables. I kinda, honestly, if the guy didn't come out and I already wasn't loading them up, I was looking at them again, and as I picked it up, like the top like kind of came off a little bit. Not like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I probably would have put them back if the guy wasn't like right there. And like he already saw me grabbing the stuff, so he thinks they're gone. You know, I don't know. A little bit of a peer pressure moment there, but definitely no mattress for me. Looks like they're getting rid of some tables, both wooden and plastic. Check out the wooden one first. This one almost looks like they made it out of a pallet. Definitely not taking that. I think that's kind of not gonna sell at all. Guarantee that. But it's kind of interesting. Wonder if they made that themselves or if they did it or they bought it somewhere. These plastic ones do not sell like the wooden ones do. So I'm gonna leave that one. I'm curious as to what was right here, because why would they put all this stuff all the way over here? Wonder if there was something way better if I would have been here a little bit sooner. But what I will be taking, as long as it's in decent shape, is this. These sell very well. These plastic picnic tables, they usually fold down, so they take up literally no room in the van at all. I mean, that, and then like that, and that's nothing right there. So taking up no room, and should be able to sell it fairly quickly. So I'm gonna move this down closer to their trash can, just so it's there. But we will take the picnic table. I would like it not to be the case, but I think this is broken. I can tell right from the slide. Yeah, the train going by. Anyway, yeah, the clips, I think, or unless it's just off. Let's see. I mean, I don't see anything cracked. Why is it not on there? Because these are actually, we'll definitely get more as the season goes on. Was that just off? Did I really make a good decision checking this out? Because, let's see. yeah, I mean, it's got more stuff in it than I would like, but overall, I don't think this is actually bad. These are actually really good to grab. I do very well with these, especially this time of year. You gotta check for cracks though, because I mean, if it's cracked even anywhere, this one is not. This one's actually in really good shape. I'll just throw the stuff that's in there out at my house. But these are, I'm gonna have to use both hands, but these are really, really good. But I mean, if they're cracked, obviously, the whole point of it is to keep the stuff in there dry. I'm kind of surprised that this is sitting out here in like a townhouse development. I'm not really sure where they had this sitting. And I'm kind of surprised the association let them, but definitely a good find. This is a neighborhood that I've never garbage picked before. It's kind of in one of those neighborhoods that's close enough that I've always kind of said, you know, I really should go and try to see. You know, obviously it's a crapshoot on where the garbage is going to be every week, but you know, it's something, I should add that. There's just been something where it's just like I never do. And this year I'm really trying to, you know, make this the year where I put all of my plans into action. Kind of saw that I started that last week by going to a town south of me that was pretty wealthy. And we got some really good stuff there. So it kind of makes me think, you know, if I would have just been doing that for all of these years, maybe I could have, you know, made more money and been more successful at this. So I'm really trying to, no matter what, sacrifice in sleep or sacrifice in other ways, you know, I really want to make this work, this hustle I have, side hustle, make this work as good as I possibly can. And at the end of the year, I want to be able to say that I tried everything that I could to make as much money for my family and prove to myself that all the silly ideas that I have had, you know, are going to work in the future. So trying this out, haven't found anything yet besides that plastic bins. You know, that's, you know, at least probably $30 that I wouldn't have had if I just did my normal route. So got to think of it that way. And hopefully we can find another couple items in this little area here. And while this was not exactly the most successful attempt, this is the first time I've stopped, and I'm pretty much done with this side of the subdivision. But I figured I would stop at this. It kind of looked nice. I thought it might be a little bit more unique. And I don't see the glass anyway. Maybe in the recycle bin. I'm not seeing it. But we got a pretty big old medicine cabinet. We'll end up leaving that too. It's fairly worn. But I mean, you know, I don't normally get something in every subdivision that I do. So I mean, I can't say that this was a wasted trip because I kind of got a little bit better grasp of the roads in this subdivision. And hopefully maybe next week when I try it again, I will be able to find something. Not giving up yet. This plastic shelf, probably only like $5, but that should pay for the extra gallon of gas that I used getting to this neighborhood. And I mean, I got this bin in a spot that I normally wouldn't have been anyway. So it was not a wasted trip at all. I mean, what can you do? Not everything can be a full van. Just for a little bit of extra effort. So we're headed back now to the part of town that I'm normally at. So hopefully we can get a few more good items tonight. This chair back here looked kind of cool. So we'll check it out. Not sure if it's going to be in good enough condition, which it is not. Very stained up, but it's definitely got a cool little vibe going to it. Almost like an egg chair, something. Let's see what this is. This box full? It is. Looked full. What's it say is in here? Privacy Weave Roman Driftwood Cordless. Privacy Weave. Is it blind? I don't know. I'll throw this in the van. I don't know. Open it up later and see what's in it. If not, we'll just throw it away. ourselves, but could be something. I'll have to look it up, what a privacy weave, if that's, I mean, if it's a blind, I don't know how that's gonna sell. I mean, one blind, but if it's like a privacy weave, whatever the heck that is, then maybe it will sell for a few bucks, and considering it's brand new in the box. So we'll throw that in and see in the morning. I'll get some video of it. Got a plane going to probably O'Hare Airport. But down here on the ground, we have everybody's favorite, the plastic storage drawer. And a cracked one at that, so not even one that we're going to be taking, unfortunately. Got a couple bookshelves here. Kind of looks like this one could be all right. It's like white and wood, but I think that's pretty decent. So we'll end up grabbing that. Not so sure about that beanbag chair. And these definitely are in not good enough condition. Let's see what's in this box. That's like brand new too, whatever it is. These like, smells like syrup. Suction catheter kit. Interesting. Like crap ton of them. I'll look those up and see if there's a resale value. Medical stuff can be tricky with obviously expiration dates and, you know, stuff like that. Some stuff you can sell on eBay, like I've sold in the past colonoscopy bags. I would take this if it didn't have the stuff in it. I don't want it to smell up my van. But I'll look those up and take the bookshelf. Here's another one of those plastic bins. This one, unfortunately, looks like they were using it as some kind of animal box. We're gonna leave it. I was hoping that, I'm gonna leave the lamp too, but side note, it is March 13th and they still have their Christmas lights up. But I was hoping that it would be another decent plastic bin because I still have the one that I got last night. Put it up there. I haven't gotten any interest. If it's like brand new, honestly, the one I got earlier in this video. So if it doesn't sell, I'll keep it because they're not expensive, but it's nice to have a brand new tote. But if I can sell it, that's probably the best option. A little interesting pile. Everything's upside down. These are from IKEA. Could be pretty decent if they're not stained. This one's kind of dirty. Squishmallow. My son would like that if it's clean enough. These are not cheap in the store. This one's a little stained up. I don't know, I might still grab it, throw it in the washing machine. I'm sure it will clean up fine. I don't know how you clean these. I feel like have thrown them in the washing machine before. Let's see what the tag says. All the material, I don't know. I'm not gonna bore you trying to figure that out on the side of the road, but let's see if at least maybe a couple of these stools are decent enough to grab. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that's coming up on the video, but they're dirty. They're dirty enough to notice, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think this might actually be a set. Like this is like a drop leaf table with a drawer. I don't know. I think I might grab the table if it is. All right, but I'm not gonna be able to do that with one hand, so give me a second. And it is not. The top is very worn, and I'm not even really sure how this leaf on the back works. It almost would have been better if it wasn't a drop leaf table if I was gonna take it, because I guess it had something there, and so it's broken. So I just gotta clean this mess that I've made up of their pile and then move along, because there's really nothing here. I think my final judgment is we don't need another freaking Squishmallow. We got like 70 of those things, so we're gonna leave that too. Maybe this stool would be all right to take. Looks pretty clean for being a white stool. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's used, obviously. Before we get to that, what is this? What does this say? Like some wood cutouts. SSOS or 2022, silly guy. Class of 2022. I don't know if that really has any value, to be honest, because it is 2025. Going back to our chair, it's got a little bit of rust on the bottom, but I mean, I feel like this could still be pretty decent. If it goes up and down. think it's decent enough, right? What do you think? Think I'm making a mistake? Future person that's watching this video, let me see if I can sit in it and get it to go up. I don't know how it works. Maybe it doesn't go up. It's definitely comfortable. Comfortable spin around in it. We'll throw it in the van. Kind of iffy on it if it's actually going to sell for really anything, but we'll find out. What's over here? Looks like you got a pile of shoes, some car seats over there. Nothing really for us to grab. But this is kind of nice. It's kind of a nice pod. It's got a chip in it though, so we'll leave it. Nothing for us in this pile. This plastic fencing can be pretty good. Let's pull it out and see. I'm definitely not taking these pins, but I mean, the thing about these is I would prefer, gosh, it's stuck. I would prefer there to be 3. I feel like 3 kind of does a little bit more for you if you're trying to hide whatever you're trying to hide. And secondly, will not have the stakes, I don't think, unless these are the ones that just sit in the ground, but that's not necessarily a super big problem. I feel like people buy them and they figure it out. These are pretty dirty, so that's going to affect the value. But if you had a pressure washer, I have a pressure washer, but I don't really have anybody where to easily plug it in. I'll grab these. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those. I mean, this is just as green as their lights, but I kind of feel like this is one of those items that if you've never sold on Facebook Marketplace, you might not know what I'm talking about, but you'll post stuff and then you're just gonna get so many comments on the garage sale sites in particular saying, oh, you should have cleaned that, you should have done this. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Hold on, put you guys down for 1 second. I apologize. And I totally get why somebody would think that, you know what I mean? But let's go like this for now until I get something else. But like, I live in a condo, don't have access to a hose. How am I gonna clean these? I suppose I can take them to the car wash, but I mean, for the amount of money that I'm gonna get, this is very difficult doing this with one hand. It's kind of stuck. Oh, sorry, bad camera work, got things going. But I mean, just if I could clean it up, maybe it's worth another $5-10. But as is, it's still worth something, and it keeps it out of the trash. So we'll move along with it. Now I had that galvanized metal mirror posted all day today. Hasn't sold. Thought maybe this could be better because it's got the is it light up? Is it battery powered? I mean, that one's obviously out, but I feel like that could be fixed. But how does it work? I'm not really seeing how it plugs in. That's kind of interesting. Like, I don't even see where you would, oh, I guess maybe right there. It probably had a cord. Obviously it doesn't have the cord with it. I could definitely get this back in if it was here, if the cord was, but I'm not seeing it, unfortunately. We'll check the garbage can, see if it's on the top. Not seeing it. Yeah, look in there too. Nope, not seeing it, so we'll move on. I wonder if it even worked. I mean, there's a good chance they're throwing it away because it's broken, but it would have been interesting. Probably would have been a pretty decent piece for somebody. I am back home and pulling up, and these were in right next to my dumpster. These are pretty decent. That one's there, and there's that one. Yeah, these actually look pretty nice. The cloth on it is not stained. They seem to swivel pretty well. I won't dizzy you again like I did with that white chair. But yeah, I think that these are definitely good to grab. And I mean, I didn't even have to leave my place of living to find these. All right, it is the next morning, and I'm out here looking at this thing we got that was in this box. I think it really is pretty much a curtain. I'll open up the instructions so you can kind of see what it's supposed to be. I'm not sure what kind of value this is really gonna have. And it does say on the box, it says this end contains hardware pack, and there's no hardware pack, so I kind of think it's like they used it and put it back in the box. I don't think it's brand new because it looks like the hardware is already installed. This is kind of what it is. Just like pretty much a blind. So I'm not really sure what kind of value this is. It says $24.95 on the box, so maybe they bought it secondhand anyway. I don't know. I'll try to throw it up there. I'm gonna look it up on Amazon, see if I can find it, but kind of a disappointment. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for me today. It's a pretty decent night. We'll take a look back there. That's what we got tonight. The stuff that's not in the van was probably that you saw was from last night. Not the best couple nights of garbage picking, if I'm being honest. Just kind of middle of the road stuff. Nothing really that was like, oh wow, that's gonna be a really good item to sell. But we saved some stuff from the trash, so can't really complain there. I really do appreciate everybody watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave me a comment. The videos do really well, get a lot more views than they normally do when I get a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, likes. If you are not subscribed, I'd appreciate a subscription as well. If you enjoy the videos, I don't expect you to do that. But yeah, I mean, I really do appreciate everybody watching and everybody that is engaging, because I feel a lot better about these videos when I'm getting close to 1,000 views than when I'm getting 200. And you know, I do appreciate every single person that's watching, all 200 of you, if that's all I get. But it does make me happier that I'm reaching more people and hopefully entertaining more people when I get more views. So if you could leave me a like, subscription, and most importantly, a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what you thought of the video and what we found. I appreciate you making it all the way to the end, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.